Hi everyone, today we will discuss the main reactions of organic chemistry. Reactions are acetylation, when benzoyl chloride reacts with ethanol in presence of aqueous NaOH, it gives ethyl benzoate as a major product along with HCl as a byproduct. Next is Woods-Fittig reaction, when bromobenzene undergo reaction with excess of sodium metal along with methyl bromide as another reagent in presence of diethyl as a solvent, it gives toluene as a major product plus 2 molecules of NaBr as a byproduct. Next reaction is Woods reaction, when excess of methyl bromide reacts with excess of sodium metal in presence of dry ether as an organic solvent, it gives ethane as a major product along with 2 molecules of NaBr as a byproduct. Next reaction is Wolff-Kishner reduction reaction, when an aldehyde reacts with hydrazine, that is NH2NH2, which is also considered as a N2H4. With the liberation of water molecule, it forms hydrazone as a complex which undergo thermal degradation at 453 to 473 Kelvin in presence of high boiling solvent like ethylene glycol along with KOH. It gives corresponding alkane as a major product along with the nitrogen gas as a byproduct. One more example of this reaction is when acetone reacts with hydrazine, potassium hydroxide, ethylene glycol at higher temperature 453 to 473 Kelvin, it gives propane as a major product. Similarly, acetophenone reacts with hydrazine in presence of ethylene glycol as a high boiling solvent and 453 to 473 Kelvin temperature, it forms ethyl benzene as a major product. Next reaction is Williamson's ether reaction. When ethyl iodide reacts with sodium ethoxide, it gives diethyl ether or ethoxyethane plus sodium iodide as a byproduct. Another example is sodium phenoxide. When reacts with methyl iodide, it forms anisole, that is methoxybenzene, along with NaI as a byproduct. Next reaction is Stephan reaction, when acetonitrile reacts with excess of 2 molecules of nascent hydrogen along with concentrated HCl in presence of dry ether as a solvent at 290 to 295 Kelvin temperature. It gives acetaldimine hydrochloride as an intermediate which undergo boil with water or boiling water. It forms acetaldehyde along with NH4Cl as a byproduct. Next reaction is Schwartz reaction, when bromomethane reacts with metal fluoride like silver fluoride, it gives fluoromethane as a major product along with AgBr as a byproduct. In this reaction, exchange of halogen will take place, so this reaction is also considered as a halogen exchange method. Another example is chloroethane. When reacts with mercurous fluoride, it gives fluoroethane plus mercurous chloride as a byproduct. Next reaction is Smith reaction, when benzoic acid reacts with azide in presence of concentrated H2SO4 as an organic solvent or dehydrating agent, it forms aniline as a major product along with CO2 and nitrogen gas as a byproduct. Next reaction is Schotten-Baumann reaction. In this reaction, when phenol reacts with benzoyl chloride in presence of alkaline medium like NaOH or KOH, it forms phenyl benzoate as a major product. Next reaction is aniline reacts with benzoyl chloride in presence of sodium hydroxide. It gives benzanilide as a major product along with HCl as a byproduct. When ethanol reacts with benzoyl chloride in presence of NaOH as an alkaline medium, it forms ethyl benzoate plus HCl as a byproduct. Next name reaction is Sandmeyer reaction, when benzene diazonium chloride reacts with CuCl along with HCl, it forms chlorobenzene as a major product along with the liberation of nitrogen gas and chloride ion as a byproduct. When benzene diazonium chloride reacts with CuBr along with HBr, it gives bromobenzene as a major product with the liberation of nitrogen gas as well as chloride ions as a byproduct. When benzene diazonium chloride reacts with CuCN in presence of KCN under thermal conditions, it will give benzonitrile with the liberation of nitrogen gas and chloride ions as a byproduct. Next name reaction is Rosenmund reaction. When acid chloride reacts with hydrogen in presence of palladium and BaSO4, that is barium sulfate, in presence of boiling xylene as a solvent, it forms aldehyde as a major product along with the HCl as a byproduct. When acetyl chloride reacts with hydrogen in presence of palladium and BaSO4 along with xylene as a solvent, it gives acetaldehyde plus HCl as a byproduct. Next reaction is Riemann-Tiemann reaction. When phenol undergo reaction with carbon tetrachloride, that is CCl4, in alkaline medium, that is NaOH, at about 340 Kelvin temperature, it will give salicylic acid as a major product. Similarly, when phenol reacts with chloroform, that is CHCl3, in presence of NaOH as a alkaline medium and 340 Kelvin temperature, it will give you salicylaldehyde. Next name reaction is Perkin reaction. When benzaldehyde reacts with acetic anhydride at higher temperature of about 453 Kelvin in sodium acetate as a catalyst, it gives cinnamic acid as a major product along with the acetic acid as a byproduct. Next name reaction is Lieberman-Nitroso reaction. When secondary amine reacts with nitrous acid, that is HNO2, it gives N-nitroso dialkyl amine as a major product along with the water as a byproduct. Next reaction is Mendius reaction. When acetonitrile reacts with excess of nascent hydrogen in presence of sodium in ethanol, it gives ethyl amine as a major product. Next reaction is Kolb's-Smith reaction. When sodium phenoxide reacts with carbon dioxide at about lower pressure, that is 4 to 7 atmospheric pressure, at about higher temperature 400 Kelvin, it gives salicylic acid as a major product. Next reaction is Hunsdiecker reaction. When silver propionate reacts with bromine in CCl4, that is carbon tetrachloride as an organic solvent, it undergoes reflux at about 350 Kelvin. It gives ethyl bromide as a major product along with the carbon dioxide as a byproduct and AgBr as a precipitate. Next reaction is Hoffmann-bromamide reaction. When acetamide reacts with bromine in presence of excess of NaOH or KOH, it in presence of strong heat, it gives methylamine as a major product plus 2 NaBr plus Na2CO3 plus 2 molecules of water as a byproduct. This reaction is also considered as a step down reaction. Next reaction is Hoffmann ammonolysis. When excess of ammonia gas reacts with alkyl halide at 373 Kelvin temperature, it first gives you primary amine salt, which further reacts with excess of ammonia to gives primary amine as a major product. Next reaction is HVZ reaction, that is Hale-Vollard-Zelinsky reaction. When acetic acid reacts with any halogen in presence of red phosphorus as a catalyst, it first gives monochloroacetic acid. When it further reacts with another mole of chlorine in presence of red phosphorus, it gives dichloroacetic acid as a major product. When it further reacts with excess of chlorine in presence of red phosphorus, it gives trichloroacetic acid as a major product. Next test is iodoform reaction. When ethanol reacts with 4 molecules of iodine plus 6 molecules of NaOH, it gives iodoform as a precipitate. Similarly, when 2-propanol reacts with 4 molecules of iodine plus 6 molecules of NaOH, it gives iodoform as a major product. Propanone, when reacts with excess of iodine and excess of NaOH, it also gives iodoform as a major product. Only the methyl ketone or secondary alcohol can give such type of iodoform test. Next reaction is Gutterman-Koch reaction. When benzene reacts with carbon monoxide and HCl in presence of anhydrous AlCl3 as a catalyst, Lewis acid catalyst, it will gives you benzaldehyde as a major product. Next reaction is Gutterman reaction. When benzene diazonium chloride reacts with copper in presence of HCl as a solvent under thermal condition, gives chlorobenzene as a major product along with the nitrogen gas as a byproduct. When benzene diazonium chloride reacts with copper along with HBr in presence of strong heat, it gives bromobenzene as a major product. Next reaction is Gabriel phthalimide synthesis. So phthalimide when reacts with alcoholic KOH, it first gives an intermediate like potassium phthalimide, which is further reacts with any ethyl iodide or any alkyl halide. It gives N-ethyl phthalimide as another intermediate, which followed by hydrolysis to gives ethylamine and phthalic acid as a major product. Next reaction is Fry's rearrangement. It is most important reaction. Phenyl acetate reacts with anhydrous AlCl3 in presence of carbon disulfide. It gives mixture of product, that is ortho as well as a para-hydroxyacetophenone, out of which para product is considered as a major product. Next reaction is Friedel-Crafts acylation. When benzene reacts with acetyl chloride in presence of anhydrous AlCl3 as a Lewis acid catalyst, it gives acetophenone as a major product along with acetic acid as a byproduct. When benzene reacts with acetic anhydride as an acetylating agent in presence of anhydrous AlCl3 as a Lewis acid catalyst, it gives acetophenone plus acetic acid as a major product. Next reaction is Woods-Fittig reaction. When benzene undergo reaction with methyl chloride and in presence of anhydrous AlCl3, it gives toluene as a major product. Next reaction is Fittig reaction. When excess of chlorobenzene reacts with excess of sodium metal in presence of dry ether, it simply gives you biphenyl as a major product along with the NaCl as a byproduct. Another halogen exchange reaction is Finkelstein reaction. When bromoethane reacts with sodium iodide in presence of acetone as a solvent, it gives iodoethane as a major product. During this reaction, exchange of halogen will take place, so that's why this is an example of halogen exchange method. Next reaction is Itard reaction. When toluene reacts with chromyl chloride in presence of carbon tetrachloride or chloroform as a solvent, which gives first you brown colored precipitate containing intermediate followed by hydrolysis to gives benzaldehyde as a major product. Thank you. Happy learning.